What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Nate with Executive Fit here. I am currently actually in process of sanding one of the epoxy inlays for one of the deadlift boxes that we make, and wanted to give you a quick tip to make the process of sanding all of your excess epoxy off a little bit easier. Check this out. Okay, what we have here is a full epoxy inlay. This is a navy blue background with white and Caribbean blue colors, and as you can see, most of this is sanded. I've stopped short because I wanted to show you a little trick that has helped me in the past when I was first starting epoxy inlays. You can see here that in this, under this white epoxy is brush strokes. This is white acrylic paint. So in everywhere that was white, I brushed in white acrylic paint. And part of the reason that I do that is to help make the epoxy a little bit less transparent because it has a white background versus a wood background. But the other trick that or the benefit that you get out of that is when you're sanding this stuff off, you know you've sanded far enough when the brush strokes for your epoxy disappear. Sometimes when you do white inlays and you have overpour onto your background color or onto the wood, it can be a little bit difficult to know exactly where you fully sanded. I mean, this is overpour right here, and it kind of is blending in with the color of the navy blue when it's sanded. You can tell a difference, but it can be difficult to see. So a trick for that is to add brush strokes, add some color paint that's a contrasting color to your background, and brush that on or spray that on, and then do your epoxy, and then the overpour will run over it, and as you're sanding, you'll be able to see when you've sanded far enough. All of this up here, there is no overpour left because there's no brush strokes left, but down here you can see where there's brush strokes, there's overpour. So just a little trick that might help you in the future with your epoxy inlays. If you found this helpful, please consider joining the Epoxy Inlay Masterclass. It is a self-guided course. It lays out our process from start to finish for everything epoxy inlays on plywood, MDF, and hardwood. Or if you really want to dive deep, join our private school group, the Epoxy Inlay Workshop, where we do weekly Zoom calls where you can ask questions, and you just have a good resource for any questions or advice that you might need around anything epoxy inlay related.